Hey YouTube, Buzzkill Leader here. Today I'm going to teach you how to make a sling for the Benjamin Trail NP 22 caliber. I did paint this orange because it really does look like a real gun. But yeah, I got the refurbished model, so it didn't come with the sling. And when I tried to buy a sling, it was too big, meaning like this part, it wouldn't fit into this part. And the sling mount was too big for the swivel stud at the end. So I made mine out of duct tape, and it served me pretty well so far. So I'm gonna teach you how to do that right now. So what you're going to need is duct tape, whatever color you need, and scissors, which I need to get right now. Hold on. Okay, scissors. Doesn't matter what length, can be small, can be safety scissors for all I care. But yeah, so all you need to do is get your duct tape and get a long piece like this and cut it to there. You can make it longer, shorter, doesn't matter. You can shorten it when it's on the gun. You're probably going to have to connect like two pieces with duct tape, but that's not that hard. So take one and make another one just like that one, about the same length. Doesn't have to be perfect. And cut it to size. When you're done with that, make sure the top piece is straight, and then put it almost halfway over, or halfway over the other piece of duct tape. And then smooth it down. Don't have to be picky about creases. It'll just make it look nicer. It doesn't destabilize the integrity or whatever, I guess. And then what you gotta do is, this part can be kind of tricky. Gotta fold one part over about halfway. I'm gonna do it with the other side because this side has the double layered tape on it. So I'm gonna flip this around and then fold that over halfway. And like I said, this part can be tricky, so like the corners are like that, but the center's not. So you're gonna want to take the center and fold it over to where you want it. Just fold the center and go to your other side, do the same thing. And this part is where you get all the creases, so you can stretch it like that. You can stretch it so it's not like that, it's like that. Stretch it and then crease it down, and you don't get any creases. But it would be kind of annoying having to do that for the whole thing. So I don't really like to do that. And crease the other side. See right there, there's a crease. They're not big ones. You can probably flatten them out with scissors. Like if you have these kind of scissors, it's kind of angled. You can like flatten them out so they're not as big, but they're still gonna be there. And once you're done with one side, you do it to the other side. So it's just the same thing. Crease it, or not crease it, fold it over, do it to the middle, straighten it, flatten it. You get the gist. Then cut off the ends that you don't want. Like this, it's kind of bent and crap. So you're gonna want to cut that off. Cut the ends off where there's duct tape exposed, I guess. And you have this one long piece of triple folded duct tape, which is actually pretty strong. And it's definitely enough to hold a 10-pound gun. So after you get that done, as you can see, it's not going to be long enough to be a sling. So what you're going to do is going to do the same thing over. And I'm not going to talk, just going to try and do it as fast as you can so I don't waste your time. Stuck. Sorry, that was my dog. Yeah, she coughs. It'll straighten, crease. You still got creases even if you straighten it. But if you want it to be perfect, you can try and make it perfect. It's pretty hard to not get any creases whatsoever. So. And plus, this is a demonstration, so yeah. Just it's getting kind of annoying. Okay, so once you have this, once you have these two pieces, you're going to want to find your smallest side of both pieces, because it has to be pretty small to go through the sling mount. And after you've done that, see, this is my smallest side on this one, this is my smallest side on this one. Yeah. Once you have the smallest sides, you're going to want to put them on the outside, like smallest side over here, smallest side over here, yeah. And you're going to want to overlap the middle part so that they're like that. See that? Then you're going to want to get a piece of duct tape, not long, about that long, I'd say, and cut that to the side, and tape these two pieces together so that they don't come apart. You can make the piece of tape longer if you want more tape holding these two together, but like I say, it doesn't need to be long. This one's held up for at least a week so far, and I don't see any kinds of stretching or anything, so yeah, it's pretty good, and I don't think it's coming apart. And once you've done that, now it is long enough to be a sling. You can make it longer or shorter or whatever, to your particular needs, I guess. So, yeah. Then what you're gonna do after you've done that is, I don't want to have to take this off, but you're going to take the smallest side and try and put it through the sling mounts. And this is just a tiny bit too big. So what you're going to do is you're just going to cut a small piece, say about 6 inches at least, down the side of the duct tape so that it's like that now. See? Just cut that part. Yeah. And this can now fit into the sling mount. See? And then after that's done, it will probably slide over the bigger part. And you're going to want to test this, how long you need it. But after you're done with that, you're just gonna, take these two pieces and then fold them over. And then once you have it folded, you don't want to put the duct tape right here, so that you can, but it makes it easier if you don't. You're going to want to measure it against yourself, I guess. And after you have that, get a piece of duct tape about the same length as you did combining these two pieces. Cut that, and then tape these two together. I'd say roughly about 2, maybe 3 inches away from the actual sling mount itself, and tape them together. As I said before, you can make it long, or you can make it longer or shorter. You can have the piece that combines these two together longer or shorter compared to how heavy the gun is. It doesn't have to be the Benjamin Trail, but it's mostly for the refurbished models that don't come with a sling, and for people who don't want to buy a sling or whatever. And the other side, the other side, you're going to want to put around this part right here. So, right there, gonna want it to be, you're gonna have to measure it against yourself, like I said before. And it doesn't matter what the width is on this part, but it looks better if it's smaller. So you're going to have to measure it against yourself. And once you got that length, you're going to want to tape these together, but you're going to want to make sure you put the tape back far enough so that when you do carry it over your shoulder, it's allowed to swing over the grip. So, like right here, it's kind of hard to get over it, so I'd put it back more. Right here, it's pretty easy. So, once you got that length, you're going to want to get another piece of tape about the same length as this one, if you can see that. But yeah, this doesn't take much duct tape at all. It takes like say about 5-6 feet of duct tape at most. Yeah, make sure you measure it. And yeah, that's pretty good. So you tape these together, and it's pretty good. And now you got yourself a functioning sling for the Benjamin Trail NP 22 cal. It doesn't have to be 22, but I like saying it. But yeah, it works pretty good. It looks pretty good. The only thing that I don't like about it is kind of shiny. So you can try to make it less shiny whatever way you want to. But yeah, you got yourself a functioning sling for the Benjamin Trail NP. Please comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you at my next video.